What is up, guys? TheGreatWall back at it again with another video. Today we are here with Rebuildmas number 2. As you can see, 0 overall team in front of us. You know what time it is. It is time to open up number 2 on this bad boy. As you guys can see, the whole thing in front. We've only opened one so far. Let me find number 2. It is right here. It's this top middle one. As you can see. That one. So, let's get that bad boy opened up and see what we got inside of here. I think they're all packs. I could be very wrong with this. I'm thinking it's all packs. It looks like it's just another pack, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, the fun part is getting these things out of here because they are in there very good. I should say the fun part is trying to get them out without damaging the cards. So, that being said, work with me here. Thank you. Yeah. We got another 5 cards. So I'm thinking that all of these are 5 card things, which is fine. But as you can see, nice little 5 cards as you can see. Let's open this bad boy up. We had a very good pack for Rebuildmas day number 1. I already see an absolute stud in the back. That's yeah, you're going to see him in a second. If I can get this pack open all the way. There we go. All right. So first one is going to be Mr. Ryan Bliss, as you can see. Ryan Bliss. Try to get it to focus on him. Yeah, Ryan Bliss is our first player. Okay, not a bad one. We have Adele Amador. You're not going to really be able to see the names because it's shiny and the lighting. Okay, we get the person who's going to be our backstop. It is JT Real Muto. Right? Not bad, not bad. Oh, okay, this is not the person that I was talking about, but we do get Bobby Witt Jr. As you can see, that is our shortstop for forever. And we do also get, this is the guy that I was talking about, Pete Alonso. Alright, so that being said, we didn't get a single pitcher, which could be good, could be bad, but yeah, I think we have some good stuff to work with here. Pete Alonso, Bobby Witt, definitely both great options. JT Real Muto is going to be decent, but he is going to be kind of who we base our ticking time clock on because he's getting old. Adele Amador, I'm going to have to go steal him back from the Nationals, but he's got decent potential. Ryan Bliss, he's decent. But this is looking like it might be a 2-year type rebuild. Obviously, they normally are, but because I do want to let Bliss and Amador kind of develop. But that being said, I'm going to put the team together, and then we will hop into it. So, yeah. All right. This is the team. Bobby Witt Jr., Pete Alonso, JT Real Muto, Ryan Bliss, and Adele Amador. You know the drill. I'm going to go sign a bunch of players. Like I said, I'm only allowed to sign 26 total. I'm only allowed to have 26 total. So, that being said, Adele Amador is going to have to start. Ryan Bliss is going to have to start because I need them to progress. So, that being said, I'm going to go sign a bunch of players, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, so I forgot to show, but these are all the players we got. A lot of the same ones that we always get, so yeah, that being said, I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. Pete Alonso is not here, unfortunately. Or Bobby Witt. Who is the All-Star from our team? Bobby Witt. Do we have anyone else? Highly doubt it. Severely highly doubt it. Hunter Goodman, doing great on the Nationals in this sim. No Pete Alonso, which is unfortunate. We just skipped straight past these. I don't think we're going to have anyone other than Bobby Witt because he is elite. Not as elite as I need him to be, though. But that's alright. He's not on a good team. I don't blame him. Branton Doyle. I mean, the Nationals have 3 guys here. 2 of which are from the Rockies, which is funny. Yeah, I'll show you guys the draft class in a second. I don't think we're going to make any trades, so, yeah. Alright, I'd say we had a solid draft class. I took this guy early. He wasn't, the most outstanding looking prospect, but he was ranked number 1. So I was like, you know what? I didn't have anyone else that was even ranked on the MLB draft board, so took him. 72 overall, he'll be great trade value. A lot of these guys will be great trade value. 47 overall is crazy, but like I said, hopefully we can trade all these guys for something. It's just something that we can hopefully turn into something better. So, yeah. Alright, we finished 68 and 94. Don't think Bobby Witt did a job. I mean, other than that, we didn't have much. Bobby Witt did a great job. Pete Alonso, you want to be here somewhere? Probably not, to be honest. No other hitters would be absolutely crazy. Wow. Not a single other hitter. Let's see, pitching-wise, did we have anything to be, happy about? Probably not, considering they were all free agents, and probably all free agents for a reason. And it looks like they definitely were all free agents for a reason. We didn't have a single pitcher up here. So that being said, I know I say that a lot. War-wise, who was our second best hitter? JT with a 2.6, Pete Alonso with 2.3. How did our other guys do? Ryan Bliss had a negative .2 WAR. He hit 192. Adele Amador had a negative 1.8. He hit 238. Yeah, he was pretty bad. He had 20 errors playing second base. All right, and then pitching wise, do I even really want to know is the question. .7 was our best. And it was from one of our closing pitchers. Yeah. Zach Jackson did a decent job though. 39-7, 383, .4 WAR. So yeah. That being said, I'll see you guys in the offseason whenever I make some moves. All right, we're gonna trade Isaiah Hong for Roki Sasaki straight up. All right, we're gonna trade 2 Joe Randoms as well as Brian Sammons for Carmen Mladenski and Braxton Ashcraft. 2 guys we're gonna turn into starters and probably trade away. So yeah. We're going to trade Thomas Casilla, Pablo Feliz, and Mustafa Beavers for Cade Smith, Emmanuel Clase, and Joey Cantillo, who's going to get turned back into a starter. I think we're going to try to overload our pitching, maybe get 1 hitter, maybe 2. So yeah, we're going to make this deal. All right, we're going to trade 2 Joe Randoms as well as Felix Gonzalez for Hayden Birdsong and turn him into a starter. So yeah. All right, we're going to trade Hayden Birdsong for Xavier Edwards straight up. All right, we're going to trade Josh Winder, Frederick Morehouse, Jim Palmer for Vladimir Guerrero and Jeff Hoffman. Strengthen up the team a little bit, so yeah. All right, we're going to trade Cosmo Mesa, Huascar Yanoa, and Jeff Hoffman. I know we just signed or traded for him. For Cade Povich and Chase Burns, I need money to sign a player, so yeah. All right, we do make our big splash for Mr. Kyle Tucker. Yeah, that's the big move we're making. I think that should honestly put us over the hump with the pitching we have, so probably won't make too many moves until maybe the All-Star break, so yeah, see you there. Alright, so I accidentally forgot to re-sign Cade Smith because I traded for him, realized he didn't have a contract, and then I looked, he was a free agent as well as Xavier Edwards, so we went from World Series potentially to we might be another couple of years out, so yeah. Alright, we're going to trade 2 Joe Randoms and Cade Povich for Bailey Falter, Lucas Araseg, and Carlos Estevez. We're in a spot where I think we might be able to make a push, so yeah, we're going to make this deal. Alright, we're going to trade a Joe Random and Carmen Mladenski for Jeff Hoffman and Tyler Wells. Alright, we're going to trade Tyler Wells for Zach Eflin and Eric Lauer. Yeah. We're going to trade Zach Eflin for Mike Soroka straight up. This is going to be probably the last deal we make. Lauer is going to be a beast as a starter. So is Soroka. So hopefully this will give us the boost we need to maybe make a push for the playoffs. Maybe save our season. We're going to have, maybe 5 upper-level relief pitchers. And then a couple decent ones like Lucas Araseg and whoever else. So hopefully this is enough. So yeah. Alright, we're going to trade Shane Gelman, Mario Chavez, and Braxton Ashcraft for Joe Boyle, Garrett Clevenger, and Griffin Jacks. I'm trying to make sure there's no possible way for us to not make the playoffs, so yeah. Alright, we're going to trade one of the Joe Randoms, Anthony Descalfani, and Joe Boyle for Jacob Wilson. I'm going to probably slide him or Bobby Witt to the outfield. Probably like left field. So that should be the last move we need. He actually might just play third. That is definitely the last move we're going to make, probably. So, yeah. See how the team finishes off. Alright, we are at the Home Run Derby. Nobody here from our team. Who do we have as All-Stars? We should have a couple, hopefully. Oh, yes. So we see Roki, Bobby Witt Jr., Xavier Edwards, and Vlad off rip. Roki isn't here, though, I guess because we had too many, which is just stupid. Clase is here, which is phenomenal. Cade Smith is also here. That one hurts his soul a little bit. That's alright. No catcher for us. Vlad at first, though, will do a job. Xavier Edwards hitting 354. This is, doing exactly what we need him to do, which is great. Bobby Witt Jr. hitting 283, doing a great job. Anybody else? Kyle Tucker as well, hitting 309. So, definitely say we've built a great team here. Yeah, I'll show you guys a draft class in a second. Alright, so we had a solid draft. Hopefully we don't need it, though, since we're in a decent enough spot. Yeah. Alright, the season's over. We won 97 games. Great second half from the guys. Xavier Edwards went off. He won the batting title, which is insane. 322, 9 home runs. I mean, just phenomenal year all around. 4.8 WAR for the guy, which is just nuts. So, great season from him. Bobby Witt, 7.2 WAR. Had a very good season. We should have at least a few guys here. At least I'm hoping. Xavier Edwards with a 4.8. Probably the best I've ever seen him in this game. Vladdy with a 4.3. Hit 306, 28 home runs. Not bad. Kyle Tucker, 4.2. 290, 26 home runs. Great job from him. Anyone else? No. Pitching-wise, though, Roki with a 4.4. 17-7, 2.13 ERA. Insane year. Joey Cantillo, down an overall or two, but 15-9, 2.79 ERA, 3.7 WAR. Chase Burns, 2.7. Did his job. Mike Soroka, 2.6. Got him at the June 15th, trade thing, whatever. 8-10. Had 4 saves, 3 blown saves, 2.72 ERA. What a season from him. Very interesting season, to say the least. And I think that's probably going to be it. Yeah. Do have a couple award winners. Batting title, Xavier. Pete Alonso, though, 284, 36 home runs. Just doesn't equate for much WAR because he is a DH with a nice little 2.5 WAR season. Good job from him. Clase, second for reliever of the year. Sucks that he didn't win it. But that being said, I'm going to go fix a roster, make sure we have our 5 guys. Then we're going to hop into the playoffs. Alright, we're taking on Atlanta in the first round. Sasaki versus Schwellenbach is a W. Cantillo versus Sale is a W. We are moving on to take on LA. They won 113 games, so this might not end in the way we want it to, but I'm going to go fix rotation, then we're going to hop in. Alright, we are taking on the Dodgers. Roki versus Otani. It's a W. Soroka versus Yamamoto. It's a W. Lauer versus Sal to move on. It's a loss. Cantillo versus Glasnow. It's a loss. Falter versus Otani. Is a W, a 6-5 W. Wow, they almost came back in the bottom of the 9th, but they couldn't get it done. But we do. So that being said, I'm going to fix our team, and then we'll come back. All right, we are taking on the Brewers. Roki versus Jacob Mizraowski is a W. Soroka versus Peralta is a W. Lauer versus Woodruff is a W. Cantillo versus Priester for the sweep is a W. We swept the Brewers, and we are taking on the Tigers. I'm going to go fix the rotation, and we're going to hop into the World Series. Alright, so just so you guys can see, the cards we did get were JT Realmuto, Pete Alonso, Adele Amador, who is here. Not very good, but he's at least on the team. Bobby Witt Jr., who is here. And then Ryan Bliss, who is also here. So that being said, we win it here. Challenge complete. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright. Roki versus Scooball game 1 is a W. Soroka versus Mize game 2 is a loss. Lauer versus Flaherty is a W. Cantillo versus Scooball is a loss. Falter versus Job to take the advantage is a W. We have 2 chances with our 2 best on the bump. That being said, Roki versus, I think it's a Jack Flaherty or Casey Mize. Which one? Jack Flaherty. Yeah, hopefully this team should be good enough. Honestly, this team is nuts. So, Roki, please just have a good game. Offense doesn't get anything going to match theirs. Nothing yet. Come on, Roki, just do a job. There we go. Offense, we need something here. And you guys aren't getting it done on defense. Not what I like to see. We tie it up. There we go. Roki, just settle in. There we go. Roki, just settle in, do a job. Yes, there we go. Offense, come on. We need that go-ahead run now, please. For our team, not theirs. Thank you. All right. Still a tie ball game, Roki. Just keep doing a job. I'm going to hop in. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to stay in. I'm going to hop right back out. You know what? It's a tie ball game. I want to see if our guys can do it on their own. So, yeah, that's my bad. I didn't think about that. Forgot we were tied, not down by one, so. Yeah, we're going to quickly jump right back out. They are going to bring in a new pitcher. Offense can't get anything going. All right, we have a chance to walk it off now. Kyle Tucker at the plate. They do have Brant Herter on the bump. Haven't faced him probably in a while, if I ever have. So definitely not an easy task. We got Tucker, Real Muto, Verdugo. So let's see if we can get a run here. Get this thing over with. Kyle Tucker's going to get a single. It's exactly what we needed to see. Kyle Tucker, if you don't remember from yesterday, was on the team. So, yeah, he's getting a job done in this one. We are going to try to bring in a pinch runner. Do we have anyone with speed? We got Garrett Hampson or John Birdie. I'm going to go Garrett Hampson. Hopefully we don't have to go back out there, because if we do, then Garrett Hampson's going to have to play the outfield. Only 45 steal on the guy is a little bit scary, but see if we can get to second.
Runner!
Yeah, he's got that. Yeah, he's got that. All right.
Counts 1-0.
Garrett Hampson, second base, no outs. Someone's got to get it done. JT Realmuto, you were in the pack. Can you do a job? Can you do a job? That's the pitch to do a job with. All right, we got a 1-1 count. JT, not the best clutch hitter in the world. Only 50. 56 power, 67 vision. That's going to get through. Is that a run? No, he's going to knock it down. But we do have runners on the corners. Is that Geraldo Perdomo? That's who it looks like. We do have Verdugo. You know what? We're going to put in Adele Amador. See if he can walk it off for us. One of the guys in the packs. So, don't think he's played up until this point. Just a single here. We are in a beyond phenomenal spot with no outs and runners on the corners. So, just a single here. End this one nice and easy. Or even a pop-up, a fly ball of some sorts. We got 95 speed on third. Good timing. Not the best PCI, but it's all right. All right. I do need a productive out, Amador. Please don't make me regret bringing you in.
2 strikes.
Productive out at least. Alright, battle. Probably would have been smart to steal with the runner at first and then bunt towards second base. You know, hindsight being 20/20. Come on. Alright, we'll take a ball. We'll take a ball.
2 strikes.
2-2 count. See what we can do here. Nope.
3-2.
3-2 with Jacob Wilson on deck. Obviously, we're still in protect mode with the 2 strikes, but let's see if we can get it done. That's a foul ball. All right, I don't know why you were celebrating on a foul ball. It's all right, though. Come on. Nice little single here. Nope, that's going to be ball 4. All right. It is up to Jacob Wilson. The man, the myth, the legend. I don't think I have any of our other guys now. No one else on the bench, so Jacob Wilson it is. Can he finish this off? Brant Herter might walk him, which would be insane. A walk-off walk to win the World Series. Can we just get a single, though? No, I'm a little late on that. All right. That's all right. We have done a job thus far, so see if we can finish it off. Jacob Wilson. And that is going to be ball game. We are World Series winners. Jacob Wilson gets it done with a walk-off single in the bottom of the 9th. Obviously. Yeah, we get it done. Roki Sasaki, complete game, 1 run given up. What a game from him. Brant Herter, tough. What a tough performance from him. Pete Alonso with a triple for some reason. Team did a job. I mean, not a great job, but a job. But yeah, we won a World Series. World Series MVP Bobby Witt Jr., playoff MVP Xavier Edwards. 320 for a World Series MVP is kind of crazy. But that being said, we got it done. 2 out of 25. So thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.